can't let go. I got to know. I can't let go. I got to know. I got to know. Who's gonna love you, baby? Who's gonna love you? It's safe to say that I can live without your love. The fool who gets you better make sure that it's stronger than the walls you build around you. I've got to tell you, woman, you have been so cruel. But hell would be no place for someone as sweet as you. Oh, who's gonna love you, baby? Who's got the time? Who's gonna love you, babe? I've got to be there. Who's gonna love you, baby? Who's got the time? Who's gonna love you, babe? I've got to be with you. Who's gonna love you? Who's gonna love you? Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's safe to say that I'll be leaving on that train. I've waited too long, and I know you'll never change, and I know you'll never change. Goodbye to yesterday, the future and the past. And did I love you? Did you really need to ask? Who's gonna love you, baby? Who's got the time? Who's gonna love you, babe? I've got to be there. Who's gonna love you, baby? Who's got the time? Who's gonna love you, babe? I've got to be with you. Who's got to love you, yeah. I used to say that I need you, but that's another place in time. Oh, and now it's time for me to leave you. And there's one thing that's on my mind. I've got to know who's gonna love you, baby. Who's got the time? Who's gonna love you, babe? I've got to be there. Who's gonna love you, baby? Who's got the time? Who's gonna love you, babe? I've got to be there. Who's gonna love you, baby? Who's got the time? Who's gonna love you, baby? I've got to be there. Who's gonna love you, baby? Who's got the time? Who's gonna love you, baby? I've got to be there.
Pretend you don't know me.
Could you believe your luck when you were signed up by this champion's label?
Yeah, I could.
Because you deserved it. Well, he definitely thinks you did. He's been singing along to that number all the time.
Yeah, because he wrote it, that's why.
He wrote it.
I helped write it.
Is he a good boss?
Yeah, definitely. He's really easy to work with. Yeah, not pressurizing at all.
He doesn't pressurise you.
Not yet.
Not yet.
When it comes to having somebody on your label, what do you expect of them in terms of their performance and the way they carry themselves?
Well, I don't tell people how to perform, but what I think is important, and I don't expect anything from them, what I think is important is that the person has drive and wants to do it, because I mean, there are a lot of people in this business who haven't got fantastic voices, but their drive is what carries them through, you know, and you have to respect that, even if you don't sort of like the way they sing. You know, I mean, it's not necessary for a pop star to have a great voice, you know, I mean, Jagdeep's lucky he's got a great voice. But, you know, the most important thing is to actually want to do it, and the drive and the passion.
What sort of things does he do then when you're recording? I mean, what sort of hints do you get?
Well, no.
Sounds to me as though it's pretty useless, actually. as a record, but-
we have sat down and tried to write together, and we just bounce off, ideas and stuff. But we haven't done too much writing, but we will be.
You were doing a bit more. Now, we talked earlier on about image, about your image, and what about your protege's image there?
It's not my protege, and I don't tell people what to wear.
Does he talk about appearance? He's not going to give anything away, but what he
No,
says
not
to
really.
you.
No, I just had this made a few days ago actually. Just picked it up yesterday, and no, he doesn't say you should wear this and you should wear that.
Because I did hear tell that he was on the telephone saying something like, "No, he's not going to wear the sunglasses, is he?" And so there's more than.
I was going to.
You were going to. Let them see your eyes, he said. With this new label, it sounds to me as though what you're saying is you're anxious to employ people who not necessarily just look right for the job, but have got the voices as well. An awful lot of people in the business seem to believe at the moment that, as you say, it is not necessary to have a good voice, provided you're promoted in the right way.
I think that definitely sort of promotion has become much more important than actual sort of bodied talent, I think we're living in an age where things are very fast and everything's very throwaway. And the idea that I had for this label was to actually sign people that would go beyond one single, people that you could actually try and develop careers with, and sort of not, I mean, a lot of things do come to us. We're offered a lot of tracks that are, could possibly be big hits, but that's not what we want. We want to actually work with people, because I think the essential thing about what we do is the personalities and the people, and I think definitely it's one of the things that's missing from the industry, that there's no character so much anymore. You can get away with a lot. You see, video lies, and you can make very average people look very exciting, and likewise you can make very exciting people look very average.
Well, whichever category you fall into, I know which I think you fall into. It's nice to have a bit of colour, a bit of glam, a bit of articulateness, and a good man behind some music. Thanks to you, Boy George, and to Jagdeep. Thank you very much.